Tetashima Ibulajiwa Anti Olufulane Telavira Chimukama Yorana Tuwangule Nami Gatulabye Femukama Twinza Tutya Kabaka Webale Femukwano Tusimye Wagalanga Kunji Eli Light Bulenga Nyabo
Giving up our victory, nothing can take away this joy. Let your light arise and shine. So ye watafa atuka kuyengede mwatu tusimye mwemase mkwanu uliwa mayenga mulungi imana nizisa
Light College Bulenga, Light School and Vocational School Bulenga. Bajja kuzira emyaka 3 anniversary nga bali mu byenjigiriza.
Thank you so much, Light Gospel
Ebenezer. Thus far the Lord has brought us
Ebenezer.
dormitory. The first dormitory of July was the 82nd birthday anniversary for my mother. My mother there can help for recognition. Sebasakimo Nabakoza made 82 years. It was by the grace of God, not by her plan, you know, that she was 19th July and she was married on 19th July. In Uganda today, I've got some institutions that I am associated with. The first one is the Buganda Kingdom. We are in Buganda here, but whenever we are celebrating our anniversaries here, Uganda Kingdom is celebrating the coronation anniversary of the Kabaka of Buganda. Kabaka wa Buganda abajaganya amatikira nga naffe tujaganya amazaalibwa g'essomero lyaffe. So while the Kabaka is going to celebrate 30 years on the 31st of July, for us we are celebrating 30 years of Bulenga. The media fraternity, I have friends in a Radio Simba who are celebrating 25 years. And among the people there, I have have friends who made the first announcing of this war when they were at Pride Theatre then. Baaliwo Pride Theatre naye nga buli show yaabwe balanga matandika gaki g'essomero lino n'abo tujaganya nabo. Njagala some we are going to read Titus chapter 1 verse 5. The book of Titus chapter 1 verse 5. Therefore, us Titus chapter 1 verse 5. Baruwa ya Tito sura y'olwokutaano. Eri Katonda kubaako ensonga. Titus chapter 1 verse 5. For this reason I left you in Crete. For this reason I left you in Crete. I want to say, God said, for this reason I brought you to Bulenga.
Amen.
I was not born in Bulenga. I had never dreamed of coming to Bulenga. And my coming to this place was rather accidental before me, but God had a reason. It was not accidental to God. I was traveling from Budo. I was going to Light College Katamu. I stopped somewhere at the shops to have a drink or something, and then all of a sudden something came to my mind where I was parking there. There were some people who were passing by. I don't know where this woman came from. I didn't know her before. She was known as Mrs. Iwera. Mrs. Iwera. Then I asked her, can one get a plot around here? And the woman brought me directly to Charles Kibuka's home. Nangamba nti wa Charles Kibuka wano alinayo ploti. So she brought me to the place. I reached the place, I saw the place. It was just about 100 feet by 100 feet. And when he told me the price, I was traveling with my brother, Kagwe. I said, and the brother told me, we can combine some money here and buy this plot. We bought the plot. We were to share 50-50. And then after some time, my brother told me, you can get me the money. I buy elsewhere, you take that plot. So I gave him the money. 100 feet. But God had a reason. Place where I constructed a residential house. Before it could be, I had only completed a bedroom and probably a sitting room. The rest of the rooms I had put bricks in the windows. And then that day I used to go to either Bulenga Church or to Budo for prayer or to Light College Katamu. I don't know what happened that day, but that day I felt weak and I had some malaria. Because of the malaria, it was the first time I really fall sick. In all my lifetime, I remember being to hospital once. Twice. The first time I went to hospital was at King's College Widow. But I had worked so much and planted banana plantation. So I became weak. I had a painful limb. And then because of the painful limb, I was given some bed rest for time. The purpose of this bed rest is it brought insight to me to begin planning early for permanent wealth creation. How? I was given bed rest for 3 months. But for 3 months, now I say, after the 3 months, if I don't go back to work, the next step was to send me away from the job and I will be jobless. So when I was about 3 days on my bed rest, I saw some seedlings of eucalyptus germinate in the compound. And I thought of a tree nursery. So I got some workers employed from the school, used the school compound to plant 60,000 eucalyptus seedlings. My bed project, when the head teacher came to visit me, he found seedlings all over the compound. And then I was given a contract to plant eucalyptus forest for Budo King's College. Now, I also made another plantation at Sebanda and others. The capital, the plantation, and even this first house here. Now, look at the purpose. I would be like any other person contented with my job, but it was for a lesson for me. It was not because of being very intelligent at that time. Permanent wealth was the lesson God wanted for me. Then the other time I fell sick is when I got the idea of this school. This school, people fought from down this valley, neighbors' children, because of 2,000 shillings for reading a vehicle of bricks. I came to separate them. You are supposed to be in school, why are you here? No, we are attending from Old Kampala. Some of us were at Ruviri and we are going on foot, but we got fed up with the long journey. Some of us were at Makai and said there is need for a school here, and I live each day to go to Budo and Katikamu. I realized the need for this. God had a purpose for me to come here. So I left Katikamu. I left Budo. I resigned and started in a garage there. Many of my friends who came here thought I was mad. How do you resign from a giant school like King's College Budo and from Light College Katikamu and you say I'm starting in a garage? What was the capital? 20,000 Uganda shillings. Below $8 by then. The school started growing. The capital, 20,000 Uganda shillings. What did it do? It bought 1 kilo of cassava flour, which I used as glue. I boiled it into glue. I got 1 ream of paper. I wrote inviting people to come and join a school. I put on electric poles and other places around. I went to the people telling them I started a school. And the school was in a garage. Now, the other capital which I had, the greatest capital, was faith in God.
Amen.
If one didn't have faith, there was no way you would resign the other jobs to go and start there. But I believe God had a purpose. Third element of capital was the friends who matter. When we are choosing friends, it's very important. You can choose a friend who will just lead you to a dark corner if you're a boy or girl, and that is a friend. And you're very proud of that friend who takes you to the dark corner. But for me, I had friends who matter. I want to talk about this. The best of my friends are people of integrity, people of status. I had among the people who came on the board of a garage school, you can't believe it. We had the late Dr. Samson Kiseka. He was a member of the board of trustees, chairman of the board of trustees of a garage school. Then I had Bishop Christian Aliddeki Ssalongo. He was the chairman of the board of governors of a garage school, not a giant school. I had the commercial manager of Radio Uganda. Commercial manager Radio Uganda then was the late Mbuga. I had another one, the chair education director, Uganda SDA, field, Central Uganda field by then. And then I had many others. But then, we are not simple people. We are the garage school which started with the highest caliber of what? Of the board. Started off there. There are many things which we got out of these people. Some people would be hired as even presidential advisors and other courses and be given salary, but we are giving free advice here. So we are where we are, not because I had money, not because I had many things, but God gave me the opportunity. Amen. He could have chosen anybody else to start this work here, because it was His plan, mine. Purpose. Why I am saying now, it is now 30 years down the road. It is now 60 years of my life. But say, in that, in Bulenga, I had a reason. But I wanted to look at this one here, the reason in Titus chapter 1, verse 5, that you should set in order that the things that are lacking. Chenava kuleka mukurede, chenava kuleke Bulenga, chenava kulete Bulenga, osobole okulongoza okutereza ebyo ebyakola ki byasigala. For 60 years, in the COVID lockdown, I should have died. Not only me, but the entire family. But God kept us alive. In COVID lockdown, my wife was on oxygen for 8 days. I was looking at it after her, but I was also having what? COVID. I would leave the family to go and work. Mu COVID, plan zonna ez'okulaakulanya essomero lino mwe nazikolera. I saw whatever was lacking. I have some of my sons who also had similar problems. There would be nobody go back to oxygen, go back the things that are lacking. I thank God. Time, finish a time. I heard of her when she was in the government. It was 580 from 64. Zenewunya class zenasooka okuzimba abazadde bajja wano open day ne bagamba awo ngenda kuzimbawo ki class asasule emitwalo 10 before campus esoba 1 kilometer wide naye yonna nzimbe ejjuddeko on education. Our theme for this celebration, education for social transformation and wealth creation. Munana munana aggregate abiri kwa abiri abe bangi nnyo naye ffe Mukama yatulaga education for social transformation, okukyusa abantu embeera z'abantu, okukwatirako gavumenti n'ebirala mu kukyusa abantu bave mu bwavu n'okusabiriza, batandikewo emirimu, beeyimirizeewo n'amaka gaabwe n'abaana baabwe bakuze n'eggwanga. Nga kabuga kati kalamba ekimu nsonga Katonda lwaki aleeseewo Bishop. So kulembedde olwaleero eya Katonda ye yamulonda bannange. Mulaba Bishop Lubwaama Godfrey mukwano gwaffe okuva mu buto obw'essomero yamuweereza Mutala. And the first graduation we held here, he presided.
Digital News Uganda tuli wano ku Light College Bulenga bali mu kujaguza emyaka 3 bukyanga butandikawo musange wano mu district eya Wakiso.
Twebaza tujja kuteeka mu nsawo egenda okugula ettaka erya Biralubanyi Kirekabira.
Praise God. Amen.
Eriyo omukadde akulemberayo omukadde Segantebuka yakyukira wano okuyingira mu kanisa ya SDA. Yali Mukristu era nga Kirekabira awatali ki nga bali mu kafo tujja kuteeka mu nsawo eyo miliyoni 10 ezitandikirwako olw'okugulawo ettaka lya Kirekabira Church. Mukama yebaziwe.
Yawe nnyo ekitiibwa.
Trust for your word. Energize us, decadence of the house. Again, it's humble prayer in Jesus' name.
Amen.